Hello, and welcome to another update on Bitcoin. I'm here on the daily chart for Bitcoin. What we'll do in this video, we'll take a look at the daily chart, then also look at CPI that's coming out today. Yeah, what's the forecast? What could happen? And then we'll also take a look at the shorter time frame for BTC. If you like the content, if you like the analysis that you find here on the channel, make sure you subscribe and also leave a like. And what we'll do now, we'll start here with the daily chart. So the price broke out of this price channel just a few days ago, right? And since then, the momentum kind of has been up, and the market is moving towards this resistance area. So this is the standard resistance area we're watching here right now, $115,425 to $120,405. And this is the zone to watch still. Mentioned it last week that this is likely going to be the zone for the next coming weeks or so. And we are moving towards this zone. In the end, it's the zone, it's a decision zone. We might see a decision there. It's a key spot as long as the market moves towards this area. Both white and orange scenarios remain plausible, which means we could be on our way higher, just in a B wave corrective rally, then come down in a C wave, maybe find support here in around 96K to 90K, maybe find support around the 1 year moving average around 96K. So this would be the orange scenario, but for this to play out, the market would need to give us a reaction to resistance, most likely at least, yeah? If the market just keeps pushing above this area and we see a 5-wave move up and not just 3 waves, then this is more directly bullish, and we might take, or the market might take us directly to 130K plus, yeah? So the question is, do we go higher directly or do we get a larger correction? To keep it simple, okay? Now, today, CPI is coming out. The forecast for today is for month-over-month CPI 0.3%, and for year-over-year 2.9%. Now, what does it mean? I mean, here, what we see here, you see that basically those numbers, yeah, I mean, the increase, down here you find month-over-month. The increase, it has been fairly stable over recent years. Yeah. Until mid-2022, it was quite steep, and then it fell off. Something happened. And up here you see year over year, which has gone down, but that doesn't mean things are getting cheaper. It just means the the inflation is going up less. Okay, but anyway, everything's getting more expensive. But today, I told you what is expected. Last prints were 2.7 headline CPI, yeah, year over year, and 0.2 month over month. And so the question is always, okay, when it comes out lower, cooler, what would the expectation be? Now, if it's coming down lower, it obviously means inflation is going up less. Doesn't mean things get cheaper, but inflation is going up less, giving the Fed a little bit more room to make rate reductions. So you would argue that lower is higher probability for rate reductions. And I mean, at the moment, regarding Fed rate decision next week, it's about 0.25 to 0.5, right? What is it? 25 basis points or 50. And I would argue if we see further downside here on CPI, I mean, a lower increase, then probabilities for 50 basis points will increase. Some might argue that's bullish for crypto, right? That's typically how it's perceived. It's not always exactly like that, but that's generally the narrative, that then it's bullish for altcoins. Okay, let's take a look at the shorter time frame for Bitcoin. And yesterday around the same time, I sketched with you guys this Elliott Wave triangle, which actually did break out nicely to the upside. Quick educational reminder here, when we're dealing with an Elliott Wave triangle like that, and I know it was hard to spot, I only saw it when it was finished. It didn't really look like a triangle before, but that's exactly why we're tracking these triangles every single day, because it became apparent when it was finished, giving us a heads up that the price might break out to the upside, because the E wave opposite side is typically the breakout signal. Yeah? So we had an A wave up, a B wave as a triangle, and then this could be a C wave up. I can identify 5 waves up from the 9th of September low, from the Tuesday low, and that indicates we might go higher towards this blue zone. The location of this blue zone, this target zone, has not shifted, has not changed. That's still the zone we'd like to see the price reach. 116,328 to 119,869 as an ideal target area for this D-Wave. In terms of Fibonacci support, here 111,560 to 113K. Standard support for the Wave 2 pullback. Why is that relevant? Because this is the support zone to watch for a pullback. Today, CPI means inflation. CPI is something people watch for, this data coming out, and it also means volatility, So depending on what's really going to be, released, I told you what, what the effect might be, but depending on how much it differs from the expected numbers, we might see some volatility, okay? And sometimes on days like these, markets go to their extremes, wave structures go to their extremes, for example. So if we see a deeper pullback, then this is the zone to watch. Even a brief break below support would not be unexpected on a day like that. All right, so just so that you understand how to kind of understand any crazy movements. Don't take crazy movements too seriously today. They are just normal distortions on a day like that. So what I'm watching for, therefore, is potentially a pullback in wave 2, and then we could see further upside in a third wave afterwards here, and the market move towards this blue zone. So yeah, that's the update on Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in further updates, make sure you check out our membership. There are links in the description, and I invite you to join us on X for additional updates, news, and much more. Also to stay up to date about CPI and news like these. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.